Well, there's no question the highlight, one of the highlights is that practice that we did in which you sat in front of someone else for a minute or two with your eyes closed and tried to get in touch with your eternal face, or to allow that spirit to become present in your face, something like that. And of course, it's the flow of spirit into matter, And that's what it is. It's that flow of spirit into matter. And wow, it's quite something. It's not always, as he said, it's not so much seeing it, in this other person, how or somebody else seeing it in you. It's that you are aware of it, and that helps you allow it to be present more, allows you to open the channel for it, your awareness of it. We practice another person largely just to kind of have a little showtime in which we're doing it, here we are going to do it, and kind of get up for it. And a lot of the way these videos are is me kind of getting up for it a little bit in that way. I kind of liked the idea that I'm host to literally billions of beings, little corpuscles and of various kinds, and in the digestion and on the skin, and then even in my mind there's elementals, and in a way I'm a host for them, present. And we didn't talk about the heart as if I'm a host, but there are different aspects of the way that energy can manifest, as you do things, including memory, and heart memory. I kind of am curious of why I enjoy that idea that I'm this host for billions of beings. I think it's because the border between me and the universe helps to be transfigured and translucent and opened and expanded between me and the universe. Because somehow, when I realize that in myself, I'm these billions of beings, and maybe if I go deep enough in any direction within myself, there is the whole universe, Another thing that I remember from this past Tuesday night's class was that as the elements manifest, they take form, and as they cycle through and our days and our lives and our world, make it as an operating principle that you look at the news, or you look at a person that's coming towards you, interacting with you in a certain way, and feel, they're operating through a kind of fire element, and now I have to respond. And if I respond in the contra way, then basically it's a fight, of some sort. And how can I respond in a way that is more harmonic? Just being aware of the situation, I can create a way of meeting this energy that is different than, in a sense, reacting to it, trying to put it out with water or allowing it to fight with my earth or something, So up goes my hand, just a little bit, just started to go up. And okay, I think that's enough for tonight, And he did a couple little things afterwards, but it was done, It was done. So I still had my question. Holding this question, There's my question. I'm holding it, And, well, I'm still holding it, Well, so this or that happened. I talked with the sound man a little bit. He talked with me, and then I was introduced to one of Khadijah's friends, Marianne. And I still had this question. And so the first thing I did when I was introduced, we didn't talk at all, I just presented my question to the both of them. And my question, in a way, was an obvious question, question that we have over and over again. It says, okay, you present it, all these pieces, there's all these different pieces, there's interconnection between all these different levels, and all these different pieces. And each piece itself it has almost like little hooks on it of some sort and connection points. And there's concepts here and there scattered about. A lot of these are concepts. They have origins in something that's much more elemental and more real. But the concepts, the words, all these little pieces. So how do we navigate through and with and absorb and move progress without getting caught in the conceptual level of it? The classic question, you have it over and over and over and over again, Khadijah gave a response to the question in classic manner, which was when you study music in the beginning, you do the scales and you move on to the chords, and eventually then those skills, those tools become transcended as you become the music, The dance analogy also springs to mind, that kind of a classic idea. It's not quite good enough for me, And I don't like doing this and this and this and this and this and this, and someday you'll be there, I don't like that, It's maybe my own failing, don't like it. No, it's true though, it's a good answer. I'm not knocking the answer, but I just not quite, not quite. Marian gives her answer, and she goes, finger, moon, finger, moon, she didn't say much, it's basically that, Well, now we're cooking away, we had both, we had these two pieces, and for me, they just married right together into a wonderful answer, And it's my answer, It may have some help for you, but it's my answer that I have or want to follow or want to remember. So I state it here to try to help remember it, to try to help follow it. That's all that I'm doing here. It's trying to remember, trying to stay awake. As I work through the tools, the pieces, and as I'm aware of all these different pieces, these important pieces, the scales are important, I'm always aware. I always remember. And we're doing it right now. We're remembering right now. As we do this, as we talk about this, as we experience and hope for this one and plan this, and we're remembering that. So as we three were there, we were remembering, which is almost like beyond the normal memory of these pieces, we were remembering. Now, I have trouble explaining that to myself. And I could try to explain that beauty of that answer to me. Oh, I said something that's been in me for years. I said it's practicing the presence of God. This constant practice of the presence of God. while you're going through all the different pieces, you're still remembering. Shahabuddin used to say, keep a thread always to your piece. And of course, the thing on Tuesday night was peace and joy, peace of the spirit and joy of the manifest world, the world of action. And somehow always remembering, keeping a thread on the piece. He also talked about active peace. I think he tried to phrase it, active peace, somehow. Peace is in the world somehow active, Just another way of somehow trying to get at this idea. The moon, don't forget the moon. Not just the finger. We're always trying to be connected to that moon. That's the idea, So, Shahabuddin's class, Tuesday, July 19th, 2011.